Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Heresy. Last time, the Inquisitor arrived. Hooray, Reeve has not been fridged. It was getting really tempting, but no, the party insisted that they actually wanted to stick around and see him. And he brought some presents for the babus. Unfortunately, the babu he most wanted to give presents to went away because Baltus got himself reassigned immediately before Reeve arrived.
The sheer shittiness of that maneuver just eats Juno up inside.
I can't tell if Rob is planning those in advance or if it's just kind of happening on their own. But the way it looked like he was trying to avoid his wedding, the way it looked like he's trying to avoid his father, it all just falls into place so nicely.
Every time.
Mm.
I wish it was planned. I don't know if that made me more of an asshole or less.
More.
It's fine. Pretend it's planned because it fits so well.
Yeah. Admittedly, Reeve does kind of deserve it. I say kind of because it wasn't like he deliberately wasn't part of your life. He just never checked it up. I was way in, doing fancy Inquisitor things, like riding dinosaurs and having brutal, half-naked sword fights with elves.
Ah, yeah.
So
The
what kind of
Drukhari
sword was he using in this particular fight? It's hard to tell these
all the
days.
witches.
Chainsword.
Oh. I mean, to be fair, I guess for like half of Eldars, that's still foreplay.
Yeah. Along with him came some of his band, including the esteemed adept, name redacted, please check back later, aka Null. And Reeve revealed the truth about Null. He is a clone in a long line of clones based on genetic material and cybernetics from Cyclothrath. Within, there are many locked memories of the absolute highest heresies, which does mean that he's a very good resource for working out what is evil. You just have to unlock the memories and then shoot him.
And we've done this many times.
Yes. He is, I believe, the 37th iteration right now.
Oh my god.
Which, admittedly, given that the first iteration was around 10,000 years ago, it's
It's actually pretty good
37
longevity.
isn't as high as it could be.
One party member that has an actual expiration date.
Yes. Absolutely an expiration date, because eventually the memory locks deteriorate to a point that he starts turning into a Chaos Lord anyway.
Or at least we think. We're pretty sure he turns into a Chaos Lord. Well,
Yes.
as you do.
As soon as the maniacal laughing starts, you just shoot him.
You know, it wouldn't kill Chaos to be a little bit more subtle with its evilness.
No, it literally would. Chaos is, after all, fed on emotion.
Okay, it would emancipate them, but... Oh God, for 40K writing. I retract my previous statement.
Oh, about to bring up them being stealthy. I'm like, anyone remember the time we almost had Frank as a side character?
Oh man.
I mean,
That's
actually,
the same.
had them as a side character.
Yeah, we had a
Yes.
whole
He's
adventure
fucking
where he
raw.
was our best bud, our primary resource on the planet. We oops.
You could have kept him. You really could have done.
Yeah, I mean ultimately.
Technically, we did. We still get the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah. At any point, Juno can just cut her palm open, smear it on a mirror, and summon him.
Exactly. You get it.
Oh, is it that easy? Oh,
I hope not.
yeah, probably. It's not like Frank's made it hard to get in touch. Fucking won't stop calling me.
He has actually stopped.
Oh.
Took him a while, but yeah. When was the last time the knife did anything?
Look, I just
Oh,
assumed
God,
that
that
it
means
faded into
he's
the
in the
background because we
open
all
again.
kind of knew what was going on, and you know,
He's no longer in the Materium, is he?
probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good to know. Good to know.
Christ.
Uh-oh. Actually, did it stop when we did the time jump, or had it kind of faded out before then?
It stopped afterwards.
Well,
Because, right, well, I am pretty sure the last time it did a thing was, it reacted really quite badly when you went into the Grail Dark.
yes. It is about the last time I remember the dagger doing anything.
Yep. And then you skipped 5 years and hasn't done much of anything since.
I guess after 5 years of getting a disconnected signal, Frank just gave up. Which, understandable. Even a demon can't be that yandere.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
I mean, how long did Mary keep being yandere for Endeavor?
You mean eclectic? I hope she's not been trying to
Eclectic.
climb up Endeavor's asshole. She'd
I
fall
mean,
for
she
it.
hasn't met her yet.
Just like flash half a boob at Endeavor, and she's just gonna be on all fours begging for it.
It's got that sister fetish.
I mean, that appears to be just a cultural thing with Tau. Also with humans, according to Jeff.
Yeah. It's true.
It is the mixture of they're hot and they can absolutely break me over their knee that really goes directly to most dicks.
Neuron activation.
Dangerous
That
hot
still
ladies
holds true for the
transcend
Eldar, too.
species. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the sector is your oyster. I believe you had plans to go and speak to some of the Inquisitors, and then you wanted to travel to Helemnet. And I believe we've pre-rolled the warp travel for that.
We go back in time a week. Yay.
Yeah, it's great. But of course, you could just say, fuck it. We're just doing a pit stop there. We aren't speaking to the Eldar. Let's just yeet ourselves into the Grail Abyss.
That is a thing we could do. I would like to get Jocks before we do that, though. Grail Abyss is spoopy, and Jocks is bright and warm.
This is true. But it would be more entertaining for me if you didn't wait for him.
Oh yes, it'd be
Or
vastly more
get him.
entertaining, but also all of our characters would die, so you know.
Well, death is just the beginning for the Black Crusade game.
It's true. Juno will probably just reincarnate somewhere and go flaming sword on people. The rest of you, though.
You know, actually, now I think about it, going to get Jock is a double win for you. Because you not only get Jacques, but that's the theatre Maguire is fighting in, and he's actually got experience of going into the Grail Abyss.
Yes.
And probably a sorcerer. I hope he doesn't have a sorcerer, Jesus Christ.
Would Mayor's pet rogue
Privateer.
privateer have a sorcerer?
It's more likely than you
Yes.
think.
Yes,
Absolutely.
It's okay. I'm sure it's fine. He seemed like a nice chap when we talked to him.
He seemed very
Yeah.
depressed.
I
They
mean,
all seem
so
nice,
does
don't they?
Felix, but underneath that all, he's still our peppy little PowerPoint-loving eugenics monster.
Truly, the Imperium is a glorious place. Nothing is possibly horrifically evil here.
Yep. It's all great.
We're all having incredible amounts of fun.
This is definitely a place worth saving. Just keep convincing Juno that it's fine.
Except the menials, but those are not people.
Juno treats her menials like people.
Juno treats her servitor like people.
Exactly.
Like, Juno's just weird.
Yeah, Juno is really weird. I mean, we're all weird, but Juno takes it to a whole new level because that's Sister of Battle weird.
I mean, no, that's more like 60 insanity weird, to be fair.
She was nice before the 16th sanity.
He wasn't this nice.
Oh my god.
Juno started out being kind of stuck
Man,
up
that
and
long con.
self-obsessed, and yee. It's okay. Now she has a
You're not
savior
wrong.
complex and refuses to let anyone suffer as she can help it.
Oh yeah, see. I mean, I'm sure it's perfectly healthy for you to be possessed by that demon.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I, for
Yeah.
one, really enjoy the demon's companionship. Right, so we're talking to someone.
Yeah. I was just wondering, before that, talking about possessing by demons, how would Sorority's possession work, like game mechanics wise? Because they're immune to corruption.
I don't think it would. At least not by a non-imperial demon.
They'd have to beat the Imperial demon first.
Or they'd have to, like, willingly
Yeah.
volunteer for it, like that fucking Sordis Chaos Champion. She could probably be possessed.
Which one?
Shut up. I know there's, like, the Slanesh lady.
Okay, Slanesh one. Yeah. Because there is another very famous heretic sororita, but she's really complicated.
Are we talking about Ephrail Stern or...
Yes.
Yeah.
The heretic saint.
Hello?
The
God.
the demon fuge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's her.
Look,
Yeah,
she,
the one who started out being a human centipede with a bunch of other sisters. Because Dark Elder, like, I wonder what's happened. We just focus all of their faith, like the faith of like an entire chapel, through one person. Oh no!
Apparently she has super faith magic that functions perfectly fine even when the warp is closed.
Yeah. She sort of has an a la carte system going through her.
Mm.
From Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Just like every time she dies, it's like, oh well, that's one life down. I don't know how many more to go.
That was a really cool reveal of Van Helsing. I was a big fan.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yeah. So, as I said, the sector is your oyster. What do?
Alright. I think we were going to talk to one of, if not both of the Inquisitors. So let's start with that, I suppose.
Sure. Which one?
Maeror first?
I think Reeve in this case, because Null is sort of his pet project, and he's the one we got all that info out of.
Yeah. Let's see how well he's coping after the initial first contact.
First contact with our bullshit. Yeah. Hopefully he hasn't met the Tau yet.
He probably has.
I mean, probably. If I was him, that's immediately where I would go. But
Oh God, the worst part. Both him and fucking Maeror meet with Endeavor at the same time.
that would be probably the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Because Maeror would wind the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm. Alternatively, Maeror would use polymorphine and bully the fuck out of Endeavor. Just be a sexy robo lady for a bit.
This is abuse of Imperial resources.
Yes.
To be fair, we do it too.
Yeah. Can find Reeve. I'll use like the little lounge section in Juno's office.
Sure.
It looks very comf.
It is.
Juno, Narcia.
Hello, Reeve. How are you holding up?
Very pleased to talk to someone whose linguistic skills extend beyond maniacal giggling and I told you so. They're just doing my plan, but better.
Yeah, I thought that'd be the case.
Honestly,
Imagine how many years he has just been waiting for this one moment, the smug prick.
Lots. How old do you think he is? I've never been able to get a straight answer out of him.
from what
Okay.
he said,
Do
he's
a
at least
medical check at
300.
this or tech check at this? Maybe I'm able to recognize some of the parts he's using. Maybe not.
Whoa, what the fucking fuck?
Ah!
Oh, demon, shoot it! Oh my god, DCL. That was amazing. You actually sound like a demon there. You still sound like a demon.
It's
no.
a chipmunk demon.
Oh no, Zeech!
Oh man,
It's just one of the purple horrors just show up. Hey, boss!
that needs to be clipped on Twitch. I'm sorry, that just completely took me out of it. But can I throw a Forbidden Lore Mechanicus to see how old he could potentially be? Or maybe a very hard mechanicus check. I'm not gonna
Uh,
get an exact date, but I just need an approximation so I can pretend to be a smartass.
just pick any number between 100 and 10,000. He had his various parts are just quite a mixture.
Well then, I'm just gonna say around 800, maybe 850 years old. I don't know. What's your guess?
I make one of those rolls, perhaps?
Uh, I I don't think you need to make a roll. It's just when he is actually being serious about something, he's probably the oldest soul you've ever seen.
Does that include, like, jocks?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was gonna say, because that motherfucker's like 5,000.
I was not including Space Marines at all.
Okay.
Because they're not really human anymore.
Hey.
Yeah, they're just
They're-
demons.
No, I'm the demon. Okay. No, you're still a chipmunk demon. That is fucking hilarious. Incomprehensible, but hilarious. Yeah, Juno will shrug and say, "Well, my soul senses have become a bit more sharp since last we met, Reeve, and barring a certain pair of incredibly ancient space marines, I'd bet good gelt that Maeror is the oldest soul I've ever encountered. If I had to guess, I would say that Maeror is either trying to do one last, she'll do big air quotes, good for the Imperium, or just trying to go out with as much fun as he can, because I guess he's perfectly aware that he's probably not much longer for this world.
Or the other horrifying alternative is that he has realized the true meaning of life, warp, and reality, and he just thinks it's a big fucking joke.
That sound. Both of those sound very plausible. I'm going to choose to believe Juno because he acts enough like a harlequin uh, without thinking like one.
Underneath all his performatives, I do think Mayor does have the best interests of the Imperium at heart, even if his way of going about it is special.
Yes.
Yeah, like giving imperial populations Tau firearms to stage uprisings against the governments just to make sure they don't get too slacky.
Yes. One can. The old saying, the road to hell and all that.
Exactly.
Actually, I have another old saying that comes to mind. Not the one with hell being paved with the very best intentions. More like a fireman that sets woods on fire just so they don't cut the fire defense spending.
That would be more like if we or Jal were doing it, though, since that's our domain. But yeah, fair point. Well, hopefully you'll have the chance to get past the giggling phase. Mayor actually is capable of holding a cogent conversation when he wants to.
Yes, I've experienced that a few times before, but it's. no idea how to actually get him to that stage.
I found talking about something that he finds interesting usually triggers it. We got him to go on at length at one point when we suggested using my knight's giant claw to fling him at people.
Of course, that's.
He would make for an excellent projectile.
Yes, just make sure he aims himself pointy end first.
Precisely. Anyway, speaking of people who can variably hold a cogent conversation, we finished with the null for the moment. We didn't use the codes you gave us, not yet anyway, because he actually gave us basically everything we wanted to know, bar a few specific mechanical points that can wait. He knew right where Cyclothroth was and how to get there.
No, he explicitly did not know how to.
Or
get
sorry,
there.
I believe it was he doesn't know without unlocking him, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, Juno will clarify.
Oh.
At least he knows how to once we unlock him, but doing so now wouldn't be very useful.
So we came to present you with another alternative, which is not very nice. It's a long shot, but remember that rogue trader's spine that the Elder carved a bunch of coordinates into?
Yes.
They seem to be incredibly close to where we think Cyclothrice may be. Like, right on top of one another almost. So they definitely know something.
Seems my
Which is unfortunate
hypothesis
because
was correct, that the Eldar were, for whatever reason, trying to help us.
Yeah, no, this is very unfortunate for me personally because I was trying to avoid interacting with them. And yeah, you know, whatever works.
Hmm. Well, if I've given you a map and it's roughly there, I think we can just not interact with them. On Navigator, I'm sure, even in the abyss, able to go from right nearby Cyclothrath to Cyclothrath.
Most likely. And out of here, did the map include like a how to get there, or was it just coordinates?
It was actually just a how to get there.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, generally.
But going over that with the navigator, it pointed to somewhere in the abyss.
So yes, we know how to get there thanks to the Eldar, but unfortunately, well, we still might not have a choice but to interact, at least within the sector. Juno will reach into her pocket and take out the script she just got from Jal. Because worst fears are just realized regarding Amy. Well, second worst fears, I guess. Hand it over.
This damnable interference.
Yes, but
At least she knows how to do repeats as well.
well, I started at her, so hopefully she figured it out. But it certainly seems like her immediate plan is to liquidate the populations of those prison worlds.
It makes sense. The tower already used them. Therefore, if there is a plot across the whole sector, removing them as a resource in play, it's...
Yes, it makes sense, of course. When she exterminatus the first of the prison planets, I didn't even bat an eyelash. It just seemed like the thing to do, but circumstances have changed, so they do still need to stop her rather immediately.
Yes.
Now, our ships are all pretty fast. There's a chance we could just beat her there, but we would have a better shot with the webway, of course.
She'll already be on her way, so it would be a close-run thing, at best. Most likely we'd arrive to them mid-bombardment.
Assuming none of us get gobbled up in the warp.
Or slingshot to the wrong time.
Oh gosh, you might have time traveled and already bombed both of the planets.
Alternatively, we might time travel and beat her there by a decade. Does a sort of wibbly-wobbly motion with her arms.
Yeah, if we beat her by a decade, it'll be entirely too early.
Yes, that would... I would much rather we don't draw the ire of the Ordo Chronos for pre-killing her.
And I'd still prefer not to kill her at all, but yes, basically. Let's make a race of it and hope for the best, but the Eldar would certainly give us a leg up. But also, they might not let us do anything. They might just moon us and close the door, or worse. I've never interacted with them besides Eclectic, who barely counts.
Yes. I have had the displeasure, and they are usually a smug little fucks. More so than Maeror.
I was just about to say we've had a lot of experience with that, at least.
Yes. The alternative is that, well, if we have the fortune to deal with one of the craft world types, the major alternative is that they are very paternalistic and condescending and pat you on the head and say, "You're trying your best, little Monkai, but here, let us big brains take care of everything for you."
I wish someone would take care of everything for me for once. That would be nice. But we're not that lucky.
Yes. Oh. Everyone is trying their best. Just do not have the fortune of being in the right place at the right time, nor as much actual competence as you.
Juno will just smile. So, I take it you approve of the at least attempt to contact them then?
Yes, they are. The Eldar will have their time to be cleansed from the Emperor's sight, but not yet. And in the meantime, well, they have the decency not to be expansionist, unlike the Tau.
They can't afford to. They're too broken.
I'm not sure what they would be expanding with, really. Their whole species could probably fit on one hive world.
Well, that's a terrifying thought.
There are more of them than you might think. There are dozens of aircraft worlds, and that's just the ones we know of.
And then there are also the pirates, because they have pirates apparently. They're the clowns, and
Are the pirates
the
different from the Dark
BDSM
Ones?
Swex goblins.
Yes.
Oh, quite. So remember those orcs that were working with a human?
Uh-huh.
It is entirely possible that you could find some elder corsairs that would accept your money to do things for you.
What would they even spend money on? It's not like they can go
I
to
don't know.
Emperor Mart.
They can, actually.
Well,
It's one of the duties of the Ordo Xenos to crack down on human xeno trade for a reason. People keep trying it.
and it becomes very profitable because there is some demand within the Imperium for exotic xeno goods. But we make sure that there is no supply, driving the prices up. Meaning that the moment a rogue trader manages to buy out the local authorities, he gets to make a hell of a lot of money. And by the time we start cracking down on it, he's, well, long gone from that system, so only the planetary governor is going to pay for it.
Huh, I'm glad this rogue trader's on the up and up. Otherwise, that would sound like a
So
damnably
am
good
I.
business strategy.
We don't need those tactics to make a profit.
No, I do not.
Actually, we have not been focusing much on making a profit because this sector is constantly tearing itself apart.
Speak for yourself, but yes.
It's, it's one of those things I don't quite grasp about rogue traders. They are already incalculably wealthy. Just owning a ship by itself puts them in the top percent of a percent of a percent out of the Imperium. And yet, they are so many of them. They don't just use that wealth to make more wealth in a legitimate way. They go for bullshit get rich quick schemes.
Probably because that's more entertaining.
And greed is an inimical part of human nature. I mean, I'm only, I guess, new to the rogue trader business, but I have to admit, when I saw what was going on Schindelgeist and how badly it had been hurt after we were done there was a not insignificant part of me that wanted to just buy the planet so I could take care of it, but then I wouldn't have any
And the
money left.
cows.
Yes,
We
I mean, I
steal
did buy the
all the
cows.
cows after we
I did not steal them.
nuke
I
the
bought them
planets.
legitimately. Thank you very much. At an incredible bargain, but still, a bargain that I caused.
It's just
Shut up.
gonna.
Anyway, point being, I wouldn't have had any money left over if I did that. So I would have had to go on some get-rich-quick scheme to afford it. And imagine a rogue trader without my ironclad morals. The temptation to just buy a planet to roll around on it for its own sake could be pretty overwhelming.
Ah. Yes, I can understand impulse buys.
I do wonder how those cows are doing. I really need to go to the left. I'm informed I have a cattle
Well,
ranch now.
the good news is that Lev has been largely untouched by the war. Yeah. One long-range tower raid was quite comprehensively taken apart.
Yes, I imagine they got a nasty surprise when they popped into the feudal world and found a bunch of space marines.
Oh, it was because of the Space Marines that they launched the raid.
Oh,
They just expected, oh, the Space Marines are all fighting over here, so they won't be back at their home. We can go and take it over and use that as a concession to make them stop fighting so much. Or just blow it up so they can't make any more of them. And then they ran into a dreadnought armed with nuclear weapons.
Ah, Estes. Eustace. Ah, okay, it's Eustace.
I love Eustace. He's the best.
Oh, he loves us too, which is the
He
best
does.
part.
I got a concussion that lasted
Yes.
2 months because he gave me a head pat.
Oh,
He truly is remarkable. Most Astartes dreadnoughts of his age.
they get mind wiped by the Mechanicus, so there's very little of their original personality left.
No, that the Mechanicus. The Mechanicus aren't allowed anywhere near the Astartes.
Indirectly.
Oh, they usually have quite a bit of mental degradation just from being so old.
I feel like being left alone and awake without any arms with which to interact with the world. At this point, I'm fairly convinced it allowed Eustace to meditate until he reached some sort of Zen enlightenment.
It would either be that or complete insanity. So we are all fortunate that he came out on the good side.
Indeed.
That reminds me, we did empty out their entire reliquary. Did they ever get those weapons back?
The majority, yes. Some after some interactions, some were left with the Death Watch. They are there to be wielded by whichever Flame Falcon is next to join that hallowed order.
Good. I'm glad they were able to make use of that contact I gave them for the marine I sent you.
I'm just glad we didn't start shooting at each other before the Tau even arrived.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. When we arrived in this time, we were absolutely petrified by the idea that we were all actually just wanted criminals, that you had been executed, and that the civil war between what turned out to be the Nox and Battlefleet Gothic was somehow the Flame Falcon supporters and those who opposed them. It's very spooky.
It was a close-run thing, but well, I hear it was you that reached out to Terra, so.
Out of character. Did we? Don't think so.
Yeah, you paid for a Grey Knight and a Thorian Inquisitor to come and rob the
Oh, that's
Flame
right.
Falcons.
I did do that. Okay. That's right.
no, no.
I had just assumed that all of my plans failed. It's not long. That's right. We got the right people, thanks to a lot of your and Augustus's contacts and some backdoor Flame Falcon friends.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised we're able to interact with the Grey Knights without being shot at. Maybe they're not all retarded. Retarded. I meant retarded.
Yes, well, you are inquisitorial assets. There were questions asked as to why you knew, but in the circumstances, the representative agreed that sharing the knowledge was proper, though I have been oath-bound not to do it again.
You. Mm. We got off lightly, didn't we?
Yes. I think if it was... If the Flame Falcons had not distinguished themselves so, you would almost certainly still be facing a firing squad.
Well, they'd have to catch me first.
They would. They can see the future.
Ah, god damn it, I forgot they can do that.
Don't forget that vision we had on left, Narcia, of you being hunted by Jean. I think we only missed
we.
that by jumping forward in
You were an
time.
Inquisitor in that one. I was the only one that was getting shot at. Which reminds me, by the way, Reeve. No, she's not been serving long enough. Maybe under the current circumstances, we can get the paperwork in for a slightly faster promotion. Because as you can see here, the captain has been exceeding all expectations.
Yes.
I haven't done anything special.
Says the saint.
Well, that's hardly my doing.
Look, when I get shot, I get brought back to life from expensive cybernetic modifications. When you get shot, the Emperor himself plucks you out of hell and throws you back at whatever shot you. They're levels. They're levels here, Juno. I'm like right here. I'll hover my hand close to my chest, and you're like up there. Put the hand as high as it can go. See the sheer difference? See the gap between those two levels? I can give anyone cybernetic augmentations to make them less dead. But I don't think the Emperor plucks people out of hell very commonly. And it's not just that. It's not just that. You have been proven extremely prudent in both your planning and your actions. Well, I have been mostly freaking out over my extensive brain damage for the past few months. And the sheer amount of paperwork I have to single-handedly solo because this is very sensitive information that we don't want leaking out to third parties. Heck, not even second parties at this rate. So if anyone can, in the future, potentially do this inquisitorial thing, it would be you.
Juno just tomatoes.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I think I've gone past the explicator phase. I think I can be bumped up to an inquisitor by now. I'm not an inquisitor, an interrogator by now, just in case we have to run into any more awkward bureaucracy during this wonderful war we have with the Tau.
You know they are officially equivalent ranks, yes?
Yes, but I just want to skip ahead.
Very well. By my authority, as a representative of His Holy Inquisition and bearer of the Sacred Rosette, I appoint you Interrogator Scythia and Elucidator Dandrick.
Excellent. Now I'm gonna have a slightly easier time getting around the red tape they have been getting around anyways all those years by using very questionable methods. Now they're gonna be slightly less questionable because I'll be doing the questioning.
Juno, meanwhile, is going to stand up and bow. Thank you for your trust in me, Lord Reeve. I won't let you down.
You know, this is not exactly how I expected the promotion ceremony to go. I didn't even expect to be arrived by now.
Firstly, Juno, you've already demonstrated that you won't. Yeah. Only thing I need from you at this stage is to simply continue as you have been. That is to say, exceptional. And Narcia, you'll get a fancy ceremony when you get your own rosette. This is really just giving you the more well-known, the better-known title.
Oh, that's all I need. I don't think I'm gonna live long enough to get a rosette at this rate. I know it's very fatalistic of me, but it's just, you know, that feeling you have at the back of your head. Like, I'm probably just being paranoid.
It's not paranoia when the galaxy is actually out to get you.
No. I will try to be more optimistic in the future. We have been doing excellent so far. Our talks with the Elder are gonna work out. We're going to be able to manipulate it out to fight our war for us, and afterwards we will orchestrate this excellent propaganda campaign with false flag attacks, a little bit of edited footage here, a little bit of edited footage there, and all of every single criminal network they haven't managed to wipe out themselves to just flip the planets right back. It will be masterful, and everything is going to work. Provided we all survive the Dark Crusade to begin with, and that Abby doesn't pull anything fancy out of his ass, or that Tyrannus don't descend, or that we don't have sudden, horrific orc infestations in all of our systems that no one knows where they came from. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, some part of me is excited to deal with all these troubles, but some others... No, I'm not even slightly terrified anymore. I'm just mostly excited, and I don't think I should be feeling excited about this.
Getting to do actual Ordo Xenos things for once is pretty nice. Someday, perhaps, I'll even get to fight Tyranids and probably get eaten, but the point between getting to fight them and being eaten will probably be the best time of my life.
Hmm. If you do have to be eaten, make sure it's by one with strong jaws. There's nothing worse than just having them chew ineffectually for a while.
Rippers.
Whatever it is will have to peel me out of a night, so it better. I actually got a knight, by the way. I don't know if you saw it in the cargo hold. It's pretty great.
Yes, I noticed. I am almost jealous.
Almost. Do you have a secret night suit that we're not aware of?
No,
Vortex grenade?
not on me.
Ah, well, that would make me pretty jealous.
No, my my fanciest thing is my sword and this ring. He wiggles a ring off and shows it to Narcia.
Is that a digi-weapon?
It is a digimelter.
Ah, I haven't seen one of those in such a long time.
Slightly more portable than a knight.
Very concealable.
Probably a little less radioactive, too.
About that. Yeah, the core breach.
Well, if we weren't in the middle of a war, we could have Mizoa patch that up, but for now they put a bandage on it. It'll have to do. Every time we get close to having to fight the Tau, they either surrender or we end up boarding their ship anyway. So someday I'll actually get to take it into the field.
Soon enough. Soon enough.
Hmm.
No matter what we do, we are going to end up having to fight sooner or later.
Indeed. We've avoided it for quite a
It's-
while, but with war on at least one front coming to supplant the one we have, possibly 2 or 3, I don't think our luck will run out or keep up for much longer.
Yes. It is inevitable that even when we hold the gate, some of the despoiler's ships will slip past. It's one of the great curses of the Bastion sectors. The shield fleets are needed to meet the full force of a dark crusade. And so the sectors are left relatively undefended for any stragglers.
I pity the poor people living there, but is a necessary sacrifice for the greater good of the Imperium. Oh god, I just used that unironically. Oh no.
I'll get you properly jaded yet.
Good luck with that.
The galaxy's been trying its best, but I'm still here.
Which reminds me, Reeve, have you met any of the Tau? This is probably going to be an introduction we'll have to get out of the way at some point in the future, and I would like to point out that don't know we're Inquisitors yet. They think me and Juno are just very influential rogue traders. I'm sure they know of the Inquisition, which would be a great boon to us.
They
So
do know we're
They-
working with the Inquisition. That's why they sent us to talk to you, Maeror, and the Lady Sector.
yeah, but how much do they actually know of our organizations and how they operate?
I am saddened that I have to be the one to tell you, Narcia, but they have had Inquisitors defect to them before.
What?
Not angry, just disappointed.
Well, there is a decent chance that it's a parasitic mind worm that forced him to defect. I'm really hoping it's a parasitic mind worm that forced him to defect.
Okay, what's his name?
You wouldn't know him. It's down in the Damocles Gulf.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know him then. No wonder we incinerated all those planets.
God, did it really get that bad down there?
Yes. Yes. Remember I told you these are very crafty bastards?
I know, but still, it's still difficult for me to wrap my head around the whole Gulf just collapsing like that. I mean, even Caiaphas Cain was there, the hero of the Imperium. Surely.
Well, Caiaphas game cannot be everywhere at once, Juno.
His unit was withdrawn during the fighting. They weren't there when it got to the worst. But, yes. But I'll just keep learning and keep adapting. And strategies that had proven incredibly effective. Oh, they now just make plans for you to try to use that stratagem and turn it into a death trap.
They're kind of like humanity was during our golden age before we stagnated somewhat. We used to develop technology in such rapid paces. We used to have flexible planning. This all used to be us. We used to not have many psychers, so we just had to double down on technology, and we didn't have to worry about the warp, and we had the best tech this side of the. It's just so frustrating. Oh, they will develop psychers eventually, and their whole empire will plunge into chaos. Right? That's totally how it works in the galaxy. It's not just us doing it.
I think their ethereals will probably keep that chaotic influence to a minimum. It's like they've evolved a countermeasure to social discohesion.
They probably have. Which is even more concerning. See, I've been looking a lot more into the Tau recently. Their society, their family structures, which is, by the way, almost non-existent. They don't like to encourage the what you as a human would see it as typical family structure. So you know, as a human, you have your mother, your father. Maybe something happened to them. They've gone off to the war. Now you live with your aunt or your grandmother. For humans, blood ties are very important. If something happens to one of your family members, the rest of the family, including yourself, as long as you're all on good terms with, you usually chip in and you will unite to deal against the threat. The Tau, it's like their entire society comes out of a skull. All their kids are taken, they're put into a sect, away from their parents, and they're taught loyalty to the state and to the system.
That's not entirely true, at least according to Endeavor. Apparently her father visited her weekly.
Her adopted father.
No, that's her biological father.
Yes, they don't have any prohibition against forming relationships with offspring, but the actual raising is in a collective, and many do not choose to pursue a greater connection than just squirting them out of an egg.
Loyalty to the greater good comes before everything else. This is something we can potentially explore in the future. But that's not a conversation for now.
Yes.
What is important, at least for our purposes, is that said father is the fire warrior commander in the sector, and apparently has a great deal of affection for his child, so having her aboard specifically will be greatly advantageous to us.
Exactly. So try to be. I don't know. I guess the word for it would be nice, exceedingly nice.
Civil.
Yes.
You're already civil enough.
Just because she is an unclean Xeno abomination is no reason to be rude to her.
She's a politically important Xeno abomination. That's the big important part.
Indeed.
And then there's her retinue, which
They're mostly harmless, no warriors amongst them, really just her support staff and an ambassador.
we had to have a very long time with them to keep their drones in their boxes.
Yes, I've
They
segregated
aren't
them.
going to listen.
No, but I've segregated them away
No.
from the crew, so contamination should be absolutely minimal.
And
Excellent.
the crew that is actually around them are hand-picked agents that are meant to act in a very specific way. Basically authorized by me personally. We're not just letting menials go next to that part of the ship. Only trained actors.
God.
I don't know, are there any other surprises we haven't dropped on your lap this day?
I think we got rid of all the surprises earlier in the morning.
Right. Good. You haven't gotten yourself impregnated in the meantime, have you?
I don't think I have. Let me check.
Good.
I mean, it's not too late to get
No.
Felix on the ship.
Juno!
Juno will grin.
I mean, how would you even know?
How would I know what?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. How would you even know I have had the potential to get together with Felix? Is the gentlest way I can phrase it.
Why, Narcy, you don't think you just accidentally pulled several assignments next to Felix?
Mm, mm. That was very unsubtle of me.
Oh no,
I will
Narcy.
simply have to
He's family. I
conceal
keep
my.
an eye on him.
God, he's also family. He's your Sagi's brother, of course you'd know.
Cousin.
Cousin. Cousin. I look. Actually, don't look. I will now compose myself and pretend this embarrassing exchange never happened. See how good I am at pretending this awkward exchange never even happened. Besides, that was 4 years ago. Felix is a changed man now, and my chance is gone.
Hardly, Narcy. If anything, he's gone from wanting someone to be with to needing it.
It's
So
just
have you, to be fair.
I would warn you, though, that you would now be in competition with the Lady Sector.
yeah, that is the other issue.
Well,
I would create unnecessary friction in a politically sensitive time of war, and would potentially. We might not be able to fully focus on our duties if we have such distractions in the way.
is it necessarily competition? I mean, at least uh, Jeff and Eloa and Amy have found their way around frictions.
Juno, they don't have the same political statuses as Felix does, or the lady sector for that matter. They are leagues above what we are doing.
Yes, admittedly, Narcia could just settle to being a harem girl.
Sorry, we call those secretaries in the Navy. And I'd make an excellent secretary.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, do you want to go and meet Endeavor?
Mm, I think it may be for the best that I just stay away from the section of the ship they're in. I do not want to compromise your asset.
Nod.
Understandable.
Wise move. Right, now that we got that out of the way.
She's gonna stare out into the middle distance for a moment. Oh. Hmm. Narcy, could you be a dear and give me a moment alone with the Inquisitor? I think I did remember one last surprise, or rather one last asset that needs talking
Absolutely.
about.
I will. Actually, while you're talking with Reeve and you're having your little one-on-one, I'm gonna go use the restroom, both in and out of character, and then actually go ask Mayor something. It's just I'm reminded of a little conversation we had about cycle threads, and just want to cross-examine some things with him. So, yeah. Have fun.
You're going the wrong way for the restroom.
It's fine. I can use another restroom on the way.
Okay.
Leaving the office. Your privacy comes first. There are many bathrooms upon the ship. It doesn't even have to be a nice one.
Admittedly, you could also sneak into the one adjoining Juno's bedroom.
Nope. I am leaving this office immediately. You want some private time, and you shall have it. This is about efficiency. We need to get the talks over with as soon as possible. You get that Mechanicus brain going on. Oh, you need to. Okay. I will get out of your way as soon as possible so you can talk.
Bye, Narcy.
Toodles. Oh god, no, he got me doing it too.
Oh no. Right. So, I haven't really thought about this very much at all, but now that you're here, Inquisitor, I don't like this. I would never do it on my own, even if you were dead or in prison, but you're the Inquisitor. I should at least inform you of the possibility of it. Juno's gonna take the knife off of her belt and set it on the couch rest there. When we were last with the Flame Falcons, I had a lengthy conversation with the Reclusiarch about this knife and the sorcery binding it. If this plot truly is Frank's doing, well, Hughes believes it is possible to use the knife to conjure up the Dark Marshal and then defeat him in the real world. If we do, as long as the final blow lands with this knife, that should destroy him permanently, where before we just launched him into the warp.
If he has ascended to demonhood, then that would be a very difficult fight.
Yes, yes it would. So Amy and Eloa have truly improved beyond, I think, anyone's expectations over the last year. Amy can disembowel a space marine with a stick, but even then, be a close thing, I think. And probably darkening all of our souls forever.
Summoning him at all, it may lead to you all but losing yours.
Quite probably, but I don't know. I don't have the courage to do it, even if I thought it was the right thing to do, but you are the Inquisitor. Just thought you should know we have the means to do it.
I... I would not suggest would suggest you put it out of your mind. It is not something that you should attempt, even if perhaps if the worst comes to pass and we are at the verge of losing the sector, that would be the only time.
I'll breathe a little sigh of relief and clip the dagger back on. Good. Yes, I agree. I'm glad you're not Maeror. Not sure he could resist the urge.
Honestly, I'm not sure which would be worse. Him encouraging you to go through with it, or him encouraging you to try to redeem a demon prince.
The worst part of that statement is there is a tiny part of me that thinks, at least before he was a demon, but when he was still just a fallen marine, that there was, in that conversation we had, there was some part of him that still, I guess, cared about the Emperor's dream for humanity. There was some redeemable part of him, but I can't imagine that survived demonhood. Even I'm not that optimistic.
It's... I don't know. If we have ever taken a demon prince to examine, then that is a secret not shared outside of Amelie.
I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting a Malleus Inquisitor yet. No, I imagine they're not sharing.
No. They are the ones who respond to someone seeing their pet space marines is shoot that man.
I still can't get over that level of secrecy. That's just nuts. It's not like the demons don't know they exist, right? I mean, if you just shoot a demon, it goes back to the warp, doesn't it? So they tell all their demon friends.
It's less the demon as more of a common man. It's I think, and that I might be wrong here, but I doubt it. It probably started because any time someone sees a Grey Knight, they'll have seen a demon. And therefore, they have to be taken care of anyway. Taint of chaos can seep in to a weak soul, even through something as little as that. But then that goes on long enough to start becoming official policy, and someone has the glorious idea to write it down. but you can't write down that we always shoot people who've seen demons, because that's putting to paper that demons exist, and the Imperium just doesn't want to do that. So instead, you go with, if someone's seen a demon, they've probably seen a Grey Knight, because a Grey Knight kills demons. So we'll write down, if someone sees a Grey Knight, we kill them. And everyone will know that we just mean because they saw a demon. And then we stopped knowing that.
And now if a Grey Knight wandered down the street, you'd have to gas the whole province. Ugh.
It's just a guess.
It makes
I
sense.
hope even our bureaucracy has not gone that insane.
Why does the Imperium not want to, I guess, even internally, put to paper that demons exist? I mean, it's sort of self-evident to those of us who work in the field.
Because names have power. Even the name demon, it doesn't refer to any one of them specifically, but that doesn't mean it's nothing. This text referring to them, it's liable to become a conduit for the darker powers.
So, if we filed a report with that word in it, and it ended up in an archive filed in quintuplicate, that would somehow let a demon sneak into the archive? Huh.
Not usually that directly, but eventually the archivist would read it. Word would enter their mind, and then they'd start walking the path of madness.
Well, I suppose that does make sense.
Yes, that ties into the official reason that we kill anyone who sees the Grey Knights. The thing they actually tell Inquisitors who know. Because if we have this super special and super elite army of all psychic Astartes, anyone who finds out about them is going to start wondering, why do they exist? If we have this, why do we not use it everywhere? And if they go digging, they'll discover, oh, we have this, so we can fight demons, we can fight monsters from hell. And that means monsters from hell exist. I wonder what they're like.
Though we have the Custodian Guard, I mean, they're far beyond Space Marines.
Yes, but they have an obvious purpose. That is protecting the Imperial Palace and the God Emperor.
You'd think you could make up a fake purpose for those Astartes, like, I don't know, culling fallen sorcerer Astartes or something.
Yes, you would think. And when have lawmakers ever done that?
I suppose that's very true.
Like I said, this is the official reason. I wouldn't be having. I wouldn't be thinking about ways it might have gotten this by accident if the official reason was in any way convincing.
I suppose at this point, if there wasn't a true reason, we'll probably never find out.
Most likely.
I doubt the Grey Knight who showed up at the conclave was particularly talkative, was he?
It wasn't just one. Your
Oh.
request got an entire strike cruiser.
Oh.
Oh, if the Falcons were corrupt and needed to be destroyed, they wanted to have the force to do it.
Well, that makes sense, I suppose, though. You'd think they would already know the answer to that.
Perhaps. Perhaps just their paymasters in the Ordo Malleus insisted.
Well, I guess we really did get lucky then. Well, no, not luck. We were blessed. Simple as that.
Yes. God Emperor smiled on us then, and I think he still does now.
Juno will nod with the authority of someone who simply knows the answer to be yes. That seems like a good slash scene to me.
Yeah. I need to very quickly step away.
Right, Juno? Are you ready to become a thrice-bound demon host?
Yay! I'm kind of sad
Oh
Narcia
god,
never
there are
called
actually...
Juno a demon to her face, because I would love to hear Reeve's opinion on demonic saints.
Oh no, that's actually hazardous to Narcis's health. And Narcy, she might be an asshole, but she's developing a self-preservation instinct. Look, she's supposed to have a self-preservation instinct since I made her. Like I said, this is gonna be one character that doesn't want to kill themselves. Which is why when we're storming the Dark Mechanical Stronghold in Lathe, I was hiding behind a box up until I got flanked. And getting the idea of getting the idea in Juno's head that she might be a demon or that she could become a demon is like the first step for her to become a demon.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
She knows better.
Nah. I think Juno's too self-righteous to even like countenance the idea. She's just she is bound up enough in her own faith to just dismiss that out of hand. Like, nah, that's not true.
Yep, she is, but do you think Narcissus is gonna take the chance?
I mean, that is fair.
She is an exceedingly paranoid person, even if I'm not playing her as being as such. Just wait till you
Doing
see
a pretty good
her
job.
office. You'll understand.
Anyway, so are you looking forward to your future as a harem girl for Felix? Sorry, a secretary?
Out of character, yes. Absolute 100%. In character, no. Shut up, Baka. I don't even like him anymore.
Yeah, whatever. before we get to the edge of the system, Juno's going to like pile up a bunch of paperwork for Narcia that Felix needs for some inexplicable reason. She needs to like enter into a bunch of PowerPoints and spreadsheets and send to him.
Okay, that's not gonna be left uncontested. I expect you to make a bureaucracy roll to even know what kind of paperwork you need to pile up. I'll be watching. Oh god, you can always just get help from someone that actually knows what paperwork you want to compile. Damn it!
Yeah, I'll just get Augustus to send you a shitload of like Rogue Trader House bookkeeping. Just Felix needs to sign off on all the stuff he's used out of the Mother Inventions stores and stuff, and all the casualty reports for like 10 years of warfighting.
I'm gonna have to do them all individually with him.
Yep. In fact, since we're still in the system, it would be a shame if that paperwork needed to be hand signed.
See, this is why you'd make an excellent quizzer. You just know how to pull the people's strings.
Hello.
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 That's bullying Snippy.
Excellent.
It would be a shame if Augustus suddenly came up with a whole shitload of Rogue Trader bookkeeping that needed Felix's signature in person from Narcia once she's compiled it all and sends it down.
Yes, that would truly be very unfortunate.
So tragic.
But anyway, I think she wanted to go talk to Maeror first.
Indeed.
Yeah. Just give me a moment more as I forgot to finish Narcia's office, but I can make at least this room usable. Narcia, how fancy is your chair?
Oh, incredibly fancy. That is the one part that needs to be fancy. Not for my comfort, but for the intimidation factor it will provide to anyone that comes in. Just like certain dictators like to have their advisors sit on very long tables very far away from them.
Yes.
You need to be able to present yourself in a certain way when you're talking to certain types of people. So the chair does need to be very fancy.
All right. I hope this one will be to your liking. Right. Would help if I didn't drop you on the dynamic lighting layer.
I can see everything.
Except, most crucially, yourself.
I need to see myself.
So, helps if I actually copy boops rather than just more Narcies.
Yeah, boops would be useful for people to know what's going on. But having
Yes.
7 Narcissus in the same room is something I would not object to.
Don't worry, you might not have a choice in the matter eventually. Thanks for reminding me, though. I need to work on my project.
What project?
Well,
What?
The recruit all the other Narcies project. Merz, how much
That is
inf
not
to
a
buy
good
all the other
idea
Narcies?
because they are
Lots.
potentially, probably, some of them might be slightly more corrupted than Narcia is. probably not a good idea.
Narcia looks like a
Like a what?
like
Sorry?
a bathroom.
Yes.
She. I asked what what to do the furnishings with, and I was told I crave the comfort and certainty of steel.
Well,
This was not always an office. This, at some distant point in the past, was a storage room. Because remember, this is an inquisitorial facility now. It needs to be very, very secure because this is where we store our forbidden and arcane knowledge that would certainly corrupt anyone who's uninitiated. Also, if any Mechanicus goons come in, their maglev coils are going to be very comfortable on this lovely surface. Still stuff I have taken into account.
so your mind craves the certainty of steel while your weak flesh craves the certainty of ceramic. I understand.
Lord?
Ah, Narcia. What was that?
Maeror. Oh, well, you know. Slowly but steadily breaking the news to Reeve. I can only imagine what your face was like when you were telling him. I was right. I saw this coming. I was telling you. Because that's what I imagine you would be doing in this case.
Yes.
Take it easy on the. Please, just take it a little bit easy on the man. He's not alone in his mind.
I would, but no.
Fair enough. I want to talk to you about two things. One is me potentially giving you a little bit more information on that slack of Thras, which I'm sure you're just chomping at the pin for. And the second one is a question about assassins. So where do we start with first? The question or the information on Psychothras?
Up to you, really.
Right. Let's start with the question first. So, most assassins, when they are created, are they explicitly supposed to be humans picked up from various worlds, or can they be genetically engineered clones? I imagine you probably want genetically engineered clones for those sort of assignments.
It varies dependent upon who is heading the temples at the time. Usually, yeah. Usually clones are acceptable, but there are sometimes when they declare, no, we have to only use proper, natural, free range human. That goes doubly for Calidus.
Makes sense.
Sorry, Calexus.
The Psyker Hunters.
Yes.
If they were using clones for something like maybe Vindicares, I imagine the cloning facilities wouldn't be anywhere near the temples.
No, they're usually in the basement.
Oh, and I assume that the clones get mind wiped to forget about the temple.
Why would they know about the temple? They live in the basement.
Exactly, they live in the basement, but they would remember the basement. This leads to the other uncomfortable question. Have you seen any more people that are similar to me? You certainly. I'm trying to understand more about my origins. I highly suspect, me personally, that when I was cloned, I was at some point in the distant past meant to have undergone assassination training. But something must have gone wrong somewhere. Maybe someone at the temple was angry that their paperworks were never being filed properly, so they killed whoever was responsible and replaced him with a clone that would do the paperwork properly. Is that something I do, or are they that petty?
Um,
Because I have sporadic memories of those times when I was being trained. And, well, just like a hazy dream, you kind of forget about it after you get out of bed and just don't try to think about it too hard. But as of late, more and more of these lovely images have been popping into my head. And I just need to know. You haven't seen any other of me's running around, have you?
mm,
Haven't had to deal with any of them in the past?
uh, there have been a lot of various attempts at reforming the Imperium, and it is not overly rare for someone to decide that the most critical thing to do is gut the administratum and replace it with something less shit.
I can understand that.
So, you know, taking it from the hands of just general adepts and random people from scholars and giving it over to, say, a purpose-made legion of clones. Well, it's one of those things that lots of people have considered, which is to say, I am not your secret progenitor,
Oh, thank God.
but uh, but we were pen pals.
Ah, so you know of him. How's he doing nowadays?
Executed on trumped up charges.
Yeah, the thing that concerns me is that those trumped up charges might not be quite as trumped up as you might make them sound out to be.
Look, no one with resources is actually going to commit conspiracy to commit deicide.
No, no one will, but when you have a potential demon infestation in the line, you generally cut that gene line off.
Yes.
It seems like something that would get a lot of people killed on quote unquote trumped up charges. What mostly concerns me is that some of my sisters might be more susceptible than others. Heck, I might be susceptible. But Juno, which is the living demon detector, hasn't brought anything up, so I assume I'm clean for the time being.
Probably.
Probably.
That or you're routinely brain fucking her.
You think the sheer amount of brain damage on the Mechanicus implants have saved my soul? Oh, praise be Omnissiah. Once again, you have come to the rescue. Well, no, I just wanted to get that out of my head. Now that it is actually well and truly out of my head, we can move on to the Cyclothrace incident. It's full of Tau now. It's absolutely chock full of Tau. And my initial assumptions of it being a Hellforged world that is hidden within the warp is also looking like 98% true. It's confirmed. If you were to travel through a warp, you'd absolutely see the planet just hovering outside of the window. And I think that our enemies don't quite know how to pull it out into real space again, not without tearing it apart. But they're working on that. There is a warp gate there that the Tau have been using to sneakily bring fleets in from our backlines where we're not looking. And there are a bunch of space stations orbiting the now vacant space that the planet used to be, with a bunch of AI running the show, maintaining everything, while we have been gone.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh yes, quite. Also, here's the other fun thing. There are still a lot, not a lot, at least one Cyclonian lord running around the Grail Tark masquerading as a pirate. The first serpent, I'm sure you called of him. Which is not his actual name, it's more of a title they give to one another for like their lowest initiates of their inner circle. So he would be fun to capture. Yeah, I thought you might want to be brought into the loop. Is this fun and exciting?
Yes.
Yeah, I've gathered this lovely info so far, and well, nothing else really comes to mind. You seen the Tau?
Yes, they're very adorable.
Oh god, please tell me you didn't spend polymorphin for that interaction.
No. A little tempted, though.
You time to fuck with them.
Yes.
I can't blame you. They're just so trusting, so full of hope. Like, yeah, we are all gonna talk along and become friends, and then we're going to subvert all your local populations that are clearly superior way of thinking. Praise it be the greater good. It just is this how the Elder look at humans? I kind of get it now. Really, I do.
You know, that's a theory I hadn't heard before. That makes an awful lot of sense. Stop it. I don't want to understand Realda.
I don't want to either. It's so much more fun when they're mysterious. You'll ask one question and I'll give you three answers, all of which are true and terrible to comprehend. No one else can really pull that off. Oh, how silly me. I should have offered you something. You're Lord Inquisitor after all. Cigar? Recaf? Actual caffeine, maybe?
I'm alright.
Silly of me. I keep forgetting that, you know? When someone comes in, probably offer him something to drink. I should really work on my introductions with people. How do you think our interactions with the Elder are gonna go? Because, yeah, by the way, we're thinking of asking the Elder to use their webway.
Well,
Probably gonna be Harlequins, isn't it?
almost certainly. This is what I think the Eldar are going to sound like. Oh, Monkai! Oh, kiss my feet, Monkai!
You're skipping a few parts there.
They're doing the straight anime super rich girl with their hand like backwards behind their lip over
Ah,
their lip.
yes, the do-ho-ho
Mhm.
face.
Yes.
Of course, I'm skipping a few bits. There's going to be lots of hand wringing and nebulously useless warnings.
Unless I've heard, not heard, of course, I've read up on it some encrypted file that I really shouldn't have been decrypting at the time. You know what a mime is?
Yes.
Yeah, there are some Harlequins that just don't speak at all. So there's a small chance we might come across them and we'll have to fucking pantomime our way through the entire interaction. Oh god, I hope not. That'll somehow be even more frustrating to deal with. Maeror, how good are you at pantomiming Elder Speak?
I am entirely fluent.
Okay, that's good at least. Narcia's just gonna rub her temple for a bit. It's just processing the fact that we're about to potentially talk to space clowns. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Well, if you're mentally prepared for the absolute retardation that interaction is going to be, then I assume all of our bases are covered for the time being. I will inform you with any other juicy info I get in the future.
All right. I'm going to go and get back to patting the drones.
Well, have fun. Don't forget, Reeve should not find out about this. Please. Please.
Of course.
Okay. Thank God. Emperor protects. Do this little sign of Aquila. Let him get back to whatever he was doing. It's just
Patting the
such
drones.
He's just a delightful person. He's a delightfully mad.
I wish I could just sit around and pet the tower drones.
You can pet Dory. I can dress it up as a servo skull.
Yeah, see, if we didn't have Reeve around, I could. But we have Reeve around, so I really probably shouldn't.
You have a solution to that. It's called a gun.
Yes.
I'm pretty
Imperial
sure,
sanctioned
like,
solutions.
almost 100% sure, if Juno shot any inquisitorial anybody with a gun, it would just bounce off. She'd hit, because of course she would, but it would just bounce off.
I mean, certainly probable. Yeah, that wouldn't bounce off.
Oh.
It'd hurt a bit.
Knock off, like,
Its feelings. You'd
3
hurt
or
its
4 hit
feelings.
points.
How dare you? Stop it. Stop shooting the Tau drones.
Oh no, that's just Juno
Let me
going
do
down to
it
the
for you.
firing range and hysterically screaming while pulling the trigger on her bolt pistol in the vague direction of a silhouette.
Oh, yeah, no, I forgot. She's kind of blind, isn't she?
She is obligated by the sororitas to practice her bolter drills at least once a week.
Please tell me at least someone turned you towards the right direction to shoot at.
Yeah, she has cast a pointer in the right direction. And then
You know, we should really work onto something. Maybe a grenade
I have that.
paints people. Okay.
I actually, as soon as we found out we were in a war, Juno was like, alright, Cass, I need you to make me psychic grenades so that you can throw at people. So that will illuminate them for me. Thank you.
The other alternative is to just make an Imperial marker light and have you sit in the back with a javelin. Sorry, I meant a hunter-killer missile.
Unfortunately, Juno couldn't see the UI.
You didn't need to see the UI. You'll just wait for a beep, beep, beep,
That's how that works.
and shoot a wall.
Yeah, Juno has the missile launcher. She has a target lock. Unfortunately, she is 2 feet away from a concrete wall. No one had touched it in a week, so she can't see it. Also, hunter-killer missiles are fucking terrifying. I've read Only War. She would actually just die from the Black Blast.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This game could have rules for backblast, and they didn't put them in. Thank God for that. And I
Alright.
assume we go straight to the warp jump now.
Straight through and then out the other side before we ever went in. This case happens to be.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Mm.
Does anyone have anything else before we move on to Halemnet?
Yes, but it does not need to be roleplayed. I just want to point out that every time there is warp travel, Narcia is going to be babysitting the Tau for obvious reasons.
It makes sense.
During warp
Alright.
travel, I mean that part of the ship. That's all.
Just suddenly one of them goes.
Yeah. Juno's probably also like on and off in there when she's not doing captain things. Which, I mean, to be fair, means it never fucking loves the warp now.
Yes, she does.
All right, all right. All right. I see how this is. I'm going to be using cold, hard, calculating logic to counteract this vile charm. I fail. She's very clearly. She needs a comfort blanket. The warp is a very dangerous place. She's clearly scared, and we can't have the stench of fear interfering with our travels. Fuck. I'd have felt that so badly. I
Yes.
can't believe I failed at logic that hard. It's like an 80% chance.
It's almost like being her comfort blanket is actually the logical thing to do.
Almost. That roll would beg to differ. Like using this is too dumb for me to use a fate point on too. And that's gonna be all.
I mean, to be fair, Narcia, fucking Vigil has also had its crew quarters explode.
Yeah, that ship was also cursed.
Every ship is cursed. Every ship we've been on has had its crew quarters explode. It's amazing.
That reminds me of the shitting incidents from Warhammer Fantasy.
Nope, that never happened. Shut up. Anyway, so Helmnet.
Yes. Emerge from warp in once more remarkably good time to a nice system. Even after your salvage treaty has been negotiated, there are still a few Imperial wrecks dotted across it, but deeper in, it is just Tau. No Imperial space stations remain. They have been subsumed by Tau. The ships are Tau, mostly. There are a couple of human ones, one bearing the colours of the Militum Nox.
Ah,
We'll fight
do they
back the
want to
urge to go
die?
onto combat alert.
No, no. I think this would be certainly the combat alert situation. Military Nox.
It appears to just be docked around the planet. as mercenaries in the Tau employ, while you are in Tau-controlled space, you may just run into them.
Yep, Juno is full of hate, but will contain her righteous indignation for the moment. Okay, let's play it cool, everyone. Captain Endeavor, if you would signal your people that we are here on a diplomatic mission and we'll be out of their hair shortly, we'd appreciate it.
Of course.
And, Eclectic, do you have any idea where in the system this webway gate might be?
Yes. During the trip, I did some reading. I believe the access point we need to get to contact my kin is beneath the Prime Hive.
Oh,
Of course, we
in the Underhive.
couldn't just be in space. Right, thank you, sweetie. All right. Helm, take us
No,
in.
wait a minute. Eclectic. Eclectic, have you seen what an Imperial Underhive looks like?
The books have illustrations.
It's quite a thing, isn't it?
They were not very tasty.
Oh yes, no, it's absolutely horrific. The worst of humanity and anything that surrounds us can be found in the bowels of a hive. I haven't been in an Underhive in God, almost a decade.
We went to the Underhive in Schindelgeist, didn't we? I mean,
No, just regular hive. I'm talking about underneath.
it gets worse than that?
Oh, you sweet summer child. Have you ever crawled through Imperial sewers? It
No.
smells worse down there.
Wait, yes, no. Yeah, we have gone through the sewers on Moab.
Well, the sewers on Moab feel relatively sterile too. Let's say, I'll give you the worst possible example. Volg, Gunmetal City. If you've ever been to Volg or ever read about Volg, that Underhive.
Narcia, I've been to 2 planets outside the Gothic sector. My homeworld and Terra.
Admittedly, yeah.
You're in for a wonderful time.
Endeavor will speak up now. Well, while it is unlikely to be pleasant, we have been performing resettlement efforts from the hives to more hospitable dome cities.
You have been, but we're not going to be dealing with Govessa. We're going to be dealing with all the Guela that are left behind. They're not going to be very happy.
Oh yes, there are many who resist the resettlement, but just the overall decrease in population density, that by itself will make it less disgusting than you are thinking, Nasi.
In the hive itself, yeah, probably, but the underhive, uh, even imperial authorities usually don't deal with underhives. They mostly seal them. Sweep it under the rug, pretend it doesn't exist.
Yes, but we're talking about the town now, Narcy. I don't think sweeping people under the rug is really their style.
Fair enough.
when I was last here, there was talk of starting regular drone patrols into the areas that are too dangerous for fire warriors to enter.
Smart.
An effort to locate and eliminate the dangerous malcontents while encouraging others to take the offers of resettlement and not live in a 1 foot by 1 foot steel box for their entire life.
All right then. So it's going to be exactly as. No, actually, well, I was about to say something incredibly stupid. We should be fine. Everything should be fine.
Yes, I'm more worried about
And if
the
something comes up, we'll
Nox
deal with it.
ships than the Underhivers.
Actually, yeah, that was the other thing I was gonna bring up, but I thought it was too stupid. But you know what? Might as well. Hey, Endeavor, remember when we were talking about the extra dimensional beings?
Yes,
So you have regular drone patrols, right?
is this true?
Yeah, so the way these guys like to work, and this is, just bear with me here, they'll grab most of the malcontents where you're not looking, uh, convert them to their wacky religion, and the moment you stop looking, there'll be mass blood sacrifices that invite a lot of those otherworldly beings underneath your nose, straight into the hive. So, if any of those simples we were talking about show up, or there are reported human sacrifices, take them very seriously. For your own sake more than anything else.
Understood.
Exactly. Lovely.
I believe they have been brought here in an effort to help reach those who are not touched by talk of the greater good.
Yeah,
They,
they're converting them to chaos.
yes. That seems likely.
Likely. You don't have to be that diplomatic here, but I am impressed that you're managing to do so. What?
Uh, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. I should be as diplomatic as you are, but just can't bring myself to it anymore nowadays. I just like to just kind of throw my words out there and see whatever sticks. Which I understand it's not a very smart thing to do. But any good relationship is founded on trust. And if our people want to unfuck the situation of this sector, we're gonna need to put down a lot of that in the foundations.
She nods frantically.
Let me just reroll that. Nod, nod. Yep. Yep. See, being an inquisitor, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Juno just reaches over and pats Narcia on the head.
I have fun detecting the pat. I'll put my hand around your shoulder, pull you in,
Oh.
and just give you a little pat. Because we're all friends here. Look at how friendly and pleasant we're being.
Yeah. Well, I imagine it'll take us a couple days to get into docking range. everyone, go get your equipment in order. We'll be swinging under hive, I suppose.
Lots of disinfectant and flamethrowers.
We get to use my flamethrower again. Yay!
Yay! Also, IFF tags so the drones don't give us too much trouble.
I'm sure Endeavor will be perfectly able of telling the drones to leave us alone herself if she wants.
Indeed. Oh, the agents of chaos. They, well, I have nominal authority over them. I somehow do not expect them to actually listen.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
probably.
honest, Endeavor. If we encounter the Militum Nox, it's a pretty high chance we're gonna end up shooting them.
Or stabbing them.
Well, yes, no. The chance of stabbing them is virtually 100% because Amy's here. The shooting is just if she doesn't kill them all in the immediate onslaught. I was just trying to be nice. If they mess with us, we're going to kill them.
Damn it. If your people were only more familiar with the threat that those extra-dimensional beings pose. If only.
I mean, even
See, I would love to
even
just
setting that
hand you
aside,
Endeavor.
the Militum Nox has tried to kill us in the past, and they'll try to do it again. If we encounter them, they will
The
start a
Militum,
fight.
the thing with the Militum Nox is that they're just setting the foundations for the invasion when Abby comes around. When the fleets come through the eye, the fucking eye of the...
Right.
You know, they're gonna come through the eye, they're gonna come over here, and all these plants are gonna be primed and set for the rituals to go off.
Exactly. And killing us will only... Well, we're the only chance of really stopping them destabilizing the sector, so they're gonna try and kill us.
Exactly. We need to get this sorted out. Solidify our lines with the Tau as soon as possible so we can start dealing with this threat for both ours and your people's sake.
Right, get your gear, everyone. Let's get ready to go.
Rebreather ready, mask on, plasma charged.
Yeah, they, well, I don't want to do... I don't want to progress any further without DCL, as,
Are we just gonna immediately get in a fight as soon as we hit the planet?
It is
I'm...
likely.
I mean, as soon as we get in a fight, absolutely, yeah, we should stop, but...
Yeah, it's going to be pretty rapid.
Oh, joy.
Savin, these are probably openly fucking corn worshippers.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can,
So,
if I ping Duckles is around.
Like, the Tau don't know what the fuck is going on. They see all the blood rituals and the fucking shenanigans that's going on. They're like,
Oh, it's
Monkey
Tuesday
people.
in the Imperium. No, this is wrong.
oh yes, so monkey people do the stab. This is a very sensitive cultural and religious ceremony that we shall not interrupt. We must respect their customs, no matter how barbaric they may seem, for the time being.
Knuckles is doing him an attempt.
It's fine. He can just come in as a corn demon. He's gonna get to stab us.
Yeah, his audio cables sure are RPing as Cornites. Yeah, that was incredible. I wish you had heard that was. It was amazing.
I'm gonna go back, watch the VOD and
Yeah,
clip
can get a
that shit.
clip
It was
for Stray.
perfect. Who knows? If we're lucky, Endeavor might get to see her first Neverborn. Yay!
I'm not sure. Well, actually, if she's ever going to see a demon, being next to Juno is probably the nicest place for her to be. TBH.
It's fine. If she sees demon, she has a lot of Daka, as the Greenskins would put it.
She is in a stealth suit, it's true.
Merz, do me a favor. Do a quick attack. Just to share with the class.
Alright, sure, let's do a aim short range. Let's do it full auto.
Well, she tried. She certainly made an attempt.
Let's re-roll that, because
There we go.
there we are.
Yay! Uh,
Boy, I wish my gun did that kind of damage.
What? Look at those damage rolls.
Oh, I see plasma. Okay, I was like, oh no, oh these are
Yeah, it's just test rolls. It's fine.
Tau.
It's fine.
Yeah, just towel rolls. Yeah, they basically have plasma bolters. Yeah.
I wish a bolter did that much damage. Jesus Christ. Look, this is what a bolter does. Okay, let me hit the heavy bolter button real quick for you. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a railgun.
Yours is still 2d10.
Yeah, that's what a human-sized bolter does. It's 1d10 plus a shitty number, pen 5.
Okay.
It's not good.
My shitty jury-rigged fucking railgun fails in comparison to the suit weaponry.
Okay, it's the D1. Okay, it's actually just straight 2d10. Okay.
Yeah, Tau weapons are
Yeah.
just a whole die better than Imperial ones.
Admittedly, this is on a battle suit.
And even a normal plasma rifle still does 2d10, I believe. Just with a smaller mod.
I mean, yes, but shush.
At least that's comparable. Kind of. Bigger passive modifiers.
Now, to share with the class, how are her melee skills?
Lol. Look, we don't need to humiliate Endeavor here.
No. I myself only have a weapon skill of 38.
It's still higher than mine.
Oh. It's a mighty 1 higher than Endeavor's.
You see, we are equally as shitty in melee.
The entire party is shitty in melee.
And then Amy just makes up for... It's her punch button.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We just flail.
Wait.
We all flail. None of us actually do any damage.
I do some damage. Hold on. I have a power halberd.
Oh my god, I need to fix that.
What the fuck, Merz?
She has a punch.
Sorry, I believe that includes, is it half the weapon strength? So that's 7. Or 1. Is it half or is it 2? Your full strength bonus for a weapon.
That's your full SP.
Full?
Oh, it's full? Okay, I thought it was half. So that is 7. 7 damage.
Wow.
Wait, why would it be 7?
I have 2 strength.
That's included.
It is not included. I just
Yes, it
added it.
is.
It is.
Yeah, it's right. It's right there.
It's automatically included by the sheet.
Oh,
it's finally small enough.
You just rolled a 3.
I did. Oh, okay.
So
All
no,
right, never mind.
you did in fact
okay.
do 5 damage with your fang.
Does that Does that do the same thing for like mighty shot with ranged weapons?
No, you have to include mighty shot. Anyway.
Okay, I was making sure.
Right, and same with crushing blow. You have to do that manually. But just your base strength is included.
There we go. Look at that mighty swing.
You are all being shown up by Juno on the fucking sparring grounds.
Yes.
Which, I mean, to be
Yes.
fair,
I
if you're
could-
not actually a melee build, Juno being unhittable is not an unreasonable outcome.
I mean, I Endeavor is kind of showing off there.
I mean,
She
yeah.
is. She's showing off. She's impressive. She's so much impressive that I actually can't keep my fucking eyes on my own swings. Look at that. Because so
I mean,
Hey, Ceiko. Show us your
Yes.
swing.
With
Anything. Just do a melee attack. I need to be... I cannot be the worst here. Please, come on.
do I have a melee attack?
Well, this is an excellent time to give you one.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, you actually did
I
as
don't.
much damage with your staff as I did rolling a 1 as I did.
Here,
a
I'm just gonna
3
throw a
with
weapon
the
skill out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You can just do 1d5 plus your SB if you hit.
Wow.
Oh my
Okay.
god, your weapon skill is worse than ours. Thank
Holy
you. I don't feel
shit.
quite as bad about myself. Casa.
And then 1d5 plus strength.
Yep.
Right, we probably need to give her a power blade. Look at that.
Casa
No
has
sword,
a
just
power
blade.
halberd.
Oh wow, she's
Yeah.
gonna be good with that.
Merz,
the plasma
oh,
one,
roll the
bolter
good
one?
weapon. Oh,
Oh, okay.
let me grab it
Shit.
for her.
Hang on.
There we go.
go.
That a girl.
Wow, I crit.
You did crit in all those rolls. You had a 10, a 5, and a 2. Just Ceiko is a mastered melee, clearly. In my eyes, he is extremely competent because he hasn't missed a single swing so far.
It's true.
Only I have missed all the swings. Wait a minute. I know.
Oh, wait.
Shit.
I know someone who needs to be included in this.
See, I may not be able to swing a weapon for shit, but I'm gonna cheat, guys. And I'm gonna hit someone with a data spike, just poke him in the ass.
Let me see. What was it I needed to do? Oh yeah, it was a funky little.
Juno parries
Oh.
you.
Even if I remember to put in my bonuses, it's still miss. Fuck. Can't even cheat right.
It still ends up being like a +20, something like that. Oh fuck! What was that? What was that negative?
For rearing attack.
Yeah,
Let's have a quick look.
-20, so that's a +30 to. Oh, oh my god!
Wow.
Wow.
Just squeaking it
You're
under there,
fucking
huh?
kidding me.
Oh my god! Oh, it doesn't have multi-attack, so it doesn't really matter.
Ceiko, and then they were the only people that can be competent
Hey,
here.
hey,
Eloa,
I
fuck
also
some.
hit and did good damage. Fuck you.
You don't count, you're a fucking saint.
The Saint of 30 weapon skill.
Yes.
Oh, I just didn't buy it yet. It has XP left.
Well,
I wasn't expecting to be dropped into like, oh, we go 2 or 3 sessions without, combat. I'll just leave it alone for a little bit, and then
We already
Are you
went
taking your
with the 2-3 sessions
lizard
without
into
combat.
the sewer? Can it even fit?
It's not a sewer. It's
It
just
can
the
fit.
island.
Can my knight
Yeah.
fit?
No.
Merz.
I'm on a horse.
Yeah, look, mine is also called a steed in poetic literature.
Yeah, but physically speaking, mine is the size of a horse, roughly.
Yeah,
Look, you can feed a
Yours is the
family
size of 7 horses stacked on top of each other.
Dunkles?
God.
oh my god! It's like you
no.
just chug helium. I can understand what you're saying, but yeah, you sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks now instead of Satanic Chipmunk.
Oh my god, it's still doing it.
Yes, it is.
I don't even fucking recording this. I hate this so much.
Soundboard somehow.
You're killing me.
No, this is fine. This is fine. This is perfect. We can go like this.
I can't.
Oh god.
Man, clip this.
Someone tell me you're
What?
recording.
Yeah, we're still recording. It's on stream. You can go watch yourself.
Because I was dealing with this bullshit to get nothing out of it. I always want this fucking prosperity. There's nothing else.
You need to get on the street. Snippy, go clip this real quick for TCL. The worst part is it's sped up too. I don't know how, but it is.
Yeah.
I don't understand why or how.
I don't know how.
Oh.
Has voice mod just turned itself on?
I don't even have it installed on this right now.
Oh my god! What the fuck, Ben?
Something's wrong with this video broadcast and the way I set up my audio driver. No,
Can you just do Discord on your phone or something?
No, because my phone is not specifically for... Look. There's been some serious effort that's gone on in the past. All day today, I am on the brink of sanity, and this is fucking driving me up on the damn wall in a way I cannot describe. It is probably not being helped by the goddamn shit on my body.
I know this is shitty for you, but I cannot describe the joy you are putting into my heart as a little chipmunk. So thank you, TCL. We are dying. Oh god.
I love this so goddamn much. It's a shame Scow's the gym, but
Oh lord.
I don't think Merz can DM with him suddenly. Just from the silence. I think I need to figure out how to fix this again.
Okay,
Which ain't working. I just need to figure out
no.
why the fuck it's not working.
Here, DCL, just listen to yourself. It's a VCT.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah,
I don't think we're doing the rest of this tonight, but goddamn.
I don't.
Oh god.
Would die.
I can't.
All die.
The conversation went like 7 horses tall. The chipmunks.
Thank you, Merz, for max XP.
Oh god, I'm so sorry, DCL. It was, and today we're even gonna have combat.
God.
Oh my god. I mean, the alternative is to use your phone for Discord. Is what I usually do.
You can't, which is unfortunate, but oh, good lord. Okay.
Right.
It's
Normal
fine.
now.
You're still a
we changed you
chipmunk,
from a
I
cat girl to a to a chipmunk girl.
I can't believe this is happening.
It's okay. It's okay.
Better, but not enough.
It's
I love you with all my heart. This is hilarious.
I also
Okay.
have to just say, even if you fixed it now, I don't think I could run. It's just my chest hurts.
it's okay. We'll have violence tomorrow.
Alright.
250 for.
Okay, alright. Alright, calm down. Let's think about this.
We're saving the violence for
well.
EDCL.
Well, we will save the violence. Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, good God! I can't even sign
It's
off.
fine.
It's the smiles.
That's fine. A nice, short, light, relaxing session.
Somehow
Holy
that made
shit!
it
Hi, DCL.
Oh, hello,
that was
DCL.
Wow!
Go back to
Wow!
being a chipmunk. That was funnier.
You're back. Hello.
Welcome back to the world of the people with bass tones.
Alright, you're messing with us. You gotta be messing with us.
Oh, did
Like you went from street deep voice DCL back to little squeaky voice.
Oh no.
Squeaky voice.
Oh,
Well.
DCL, no.
This is your joy
Wait,
of the day session.
I can't. Okay, wait.
No,
You're
it's
back?
normal.
Hmm?
Let me restart. I can't hear anything.
Oh,
Oh, and when he comes back, he's gonna sound like a chipmunk. I have no doubt.
Yep. 100%. Oh, you're a chipmunk
I called
again.
it.
Oh no. Oh no.
What is? I don't. I can't.
Reminds me of the guy that went to a fucking court hearing and he had his cat filter face on and he didn't know how to turn it off because he's a boomer.
I am here, and I am not a cat.
Yeah, and I'm not a chipmunk.
Jesus Christ. Oh God. Okay. Right. If you're watching on YouTube or stream, thanks for joining us on this audio adventure. We'll see you tomorrow for Savin. Until then, adios and do take care. And remember, feed your local chipmunks.